Welcome to our Devos this week. We are continuing on our examination of the Holy Spirit, what He does, how He works, and also how we can remember some of the things that maybe we take for granted about His ministry. One of the most notable things that the Holy Spirit almost never gets credit for is His active work in the world as a whole. One of the things that doesn't really get a lot of press is what the Holy Spirit does concerning how He keeps evil in check. Now, before you rush the screen or throw your phone down or whatever, you might be saying, Pastor Sam, are you nuts? This world is so evil. I mean, it's so wicked. Like, how in the world could you say that God is keeping anything in check? Now, this is going to be kind of like one of those brain exploding moments, okay? But the Holy Spirit, right now, puts limits on what the devil can do in this world. So if you look at the book of Revelation, and you see how in Revelation, the seals being opened. Remember, most Bible scholars agree, and you'll see this if you've ever taken one of our prophecy classes or if you've heard Pastor Mike speak about this. But those seals are on a scroll representing the deed to the earth. And if you know this right now, this world is not under the dominion of God. It's under the dominion of the evil one. Because if you examine Jesus' interaction with the devil, remember in Matthew chapter 4, Jesus is approached by the devil, and the devil makes him all these outlandish and lavish offers. Do you want all the kingdoms of the world to bow down to you? Do you want no harm to come to you? He gives them all these things, and you're like, what is he, in charge? In the world, he is. In Ephesians, the devil is called the prince and the power of the air. He also talks in Ephesians about how there's evil and principalities and echelons of this. So this world is completely marred by the fall. But most notably, the devil is in charge, and this is his playground. So you see horrible things happening, and you wonder, how could this happen? How could this happen? It's because this world is under the curse and the dominion of sin. But believe it or not, the Holy Spirit keeps the devil at bay when it comes to certain things he can and can't do. See the beginning of the book of Job if you don't have an idea how this might work. And as you think about this, as this draws to a close, and as Jesus gets closer and closer to returning, the devil ramps up his attack in the end days through the character of the Antichrist. Now, you're like, I thought we were talking about the Holy Spirit, now we're into prophecy, what's going on? This all connects to the ministry of the Holy Spirit. You see, the Antichrist and his ministry on this earth right now is harnessed by God. God's not letting what's going to happen in the future happen until he decides that the time has come. Look with me in 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, verse 6 through 7. This implies what we're talking about here. And he tells the believers at Thessalonica so that they know. He says, so you know what is restraining him now, so that he may be revealed in his time. For the mystery of lawlessness is already at work. Only he who now restrains it will do so until he is out of the way. He's talking about the Holy Spirit restraining the demonic ministry of the Antichrist. He says that the Holy Spirit is right now actively keeping even worse evil happening upon this world. What do we want to get from this as we think about the Spirit of the living God? What we want to get from this is this: regardless of how out of control your life may get, you have to know that God still knows what's going on, and God is still ultimately the final say. Nothing has come into your life that hasn't first passed through the filter of His love. And there is nothing that you can go through that God Himself is not acquainted with as He walks alongside you through His presence. So be thankful that God does protect. Be thankful that God is aware and that He is active. And be thankful, most of all, as we think about this subject, for the presence of God dwelling within us through the Holy Spirit.